What's going on, everybody? Dr. Maverick Gamer Guys back yet again into another Rocket League episode. And you know what we're doing today? Starting the week off, more crate openings. We're getting down into it. We are getting down into it. So we got some news. Video went up a couple of days ago, last week, talking about the blueprint update. Gave some of my initial thoughts on some of the additional info that we had gotten. And I'll talk a little bit more about that. I'm still kind of continuing to stew on it a little bit, but really appreciate all the positive comments. And beyond that, we're going to open some Vindicator crates today. So hang out with me. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Links in the description down below. You guys know how YouTube works. Like, comment, subscribe if you end up enjoying this one. We're going to do our best. We are on a pretty gnarly black market run here for these crate openings. So we're going to see what we can do. I'm going to do 40 of these here today. We're going to see if we can finally finish off this crate and pick up one of these bad boys, the Nero Agitator. I would really hope so. Maybe a little paint action. I haven't seen a painted BMD in a minute, which would be pretty sweet, but we'll see if we can keep it running. If you've been here a while and you commented and you're chatting with me, just thank you so much. We do appreciate the continued support and just trying to enjoy the crate openings as we've got them while we still have them. So let's jump into this. Again, 40 of these. Again, we got some additional news last week from the blueprint update, which, put me at ease a little bit. That's really what it did. And I know, if you watch that last episode, again, appreciate it. Appreciate the follows, the comments, everything we got from that video. It did pretty well, so just much appreciated. Always try to do my best to bring the Rocket League news to the community. Ooh, this is purple. Nice. But it really put me at ease. I'm happy that they finally came out, talked about kind of the direction that the blueprints are going. Ooh, back-to-back painted. There we go. Kind of just talked about the direction of where they were going. Talked about what we can expect. Kind of, I think, put, the trading community and just a lot of folks at ease that everything that we've become used to being able to trade can be traded. I think it's nice to know how the crates are going to work post, the changeover. I'm actually really excited because it's going to give us a bunch of opportunities, just kind of run through some blueprints. Hopefully, the unmasking and revelation of the new blueprints that we're going to get from the leftover crates. Hopefully, it's a smooth animation. Hopefully, it works pretty good. I think that'll at least be kind of fun to do for a while. I am still hoping we hear. I'm hoping we hear soon because they're going to talk about the first blueprint series that they got coming out. We're going to get some details on that as they get a little bit closer to the changeover. Really, really, really sincerely, I'm hoping they talk a little bit more, give us some more details about what the rest of the update is going to include, specifically for the item management. So that's my one of my few concerns, and it doesn't have anything to do with trading. One of my few concerns walking into this new blueprint system is that for those of us that have a ton of crates, I just hope we're going to be able to stack that stuff. We're going to be able to stack the blueprints in a way that makes sense. Maybe they stack them by series, and then we can click on them and then see everything that we have available. Something along the lines. I know they've already talked about better options to basically hide items that you don't want to see. And that's good. That's definitely good. But I'm curious to hear more about that. I'm curious to hear more about just kind of the quality of life from the trading aspect that they're looking at doing. Because it's very much needed, especially as the items continue to grow. There's little painted cloud hoppers doing really well on the painted rare items today. I'm just really curious to see as inventories grow, as more items are added. They're going to add these new items in from the item shop and things like that. We need some quality of life improvements. We need some of that stuff to help with item inventory management. And again, they're going to need to do that for the folks that unfortunately maybe didn't know enough about the update or weren't super involved with the market or trading or anything like that, or just didn't really care to. That might end up with a bunch of imports they can't do anything with, which is, I'm hoping, not where I'm going to be, but you never know, unfortunately. And I'm sure I'll have a few that I either miss or can't find additional ones to trade up into. And I just hope they give us some better options to be able to sort that stuff. And then sorting of items too. I think we need some more categories. We need the ability to filter in some different ways. So these are things I'm hoping for. These are black. We talked about how sweet these looked. We got another pair. Yes. These are really cool. These are really cool in black. So I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful for what else we're gonna see, what else we're gonna hear. I'm hopeful that this first Blueprint series is gonna be kind of fun for everybody. Again, I'm pegging it as the PCC of the Blueprint series, which is totally fine. Well, I think that's a good way to start. Good way to start people getting into it. Maybe open up again some of the more rare, some of the more sought after items. Totally fine with that. Totally fine. Or some of the more commonly used items specifically. So some of the battle cars, maybe some of the decals, some of the wheels that are pretty popular. Bring that stuff back in. It's never bad. PCCs have always been the best crate, in my opinion. They have the best longevity. They typically have some of the best items in it because it's voted on by the community. So I'm all for that. I'm all for that being kind of the first series to get started here. I'm just curious to see what they're actually going to put into it. And just curious to see what we're going to get. So, again, I'm excited. I think this is our first import today. We've been on the low side of the crates here. And we're having some pretty serious lag issues too, which is odd. Anyways, so yeah, I'm excited. Like I said, I think they did a good job of talking about what they talked about. It would have been nice to get some of this information sooner. I think they had the information. They probably could have told people. I think you don't want to dangle the carrot or dangle the unknown out there. So other game studios that put out updates and things like that, like, kind of learn from this mistake a little bit. Be a little bit more conscientious with what you're going to share. And if you're not ready to share some of it, that's totally fine. Then maybe delay the actual announcement of what you're doing until later. But this is purely my opinion here. I just think they kind of threw the trading market, and they know there's a really significant trading market. They really threw it for a loop. I mean, honestly, they did. They threw it for a loop, and it seems like it's recovered. It seems like it's recovered pretty well. It seems like those that are going to get out are going to get out. Those that are going to stay are going to stay. And it just is what it is. And that's totally fine. That happens. See, that's the one thing that I hope people don't overreact to, is the fact of don't overreact to people getting out of the market or getting out of trading or people being less interested because they don't know what's coming. It's just that some of those people make that transition because of exactly that. It's uncertain to them, and sometimes people don't want to deal with the uncertainty, especially if they've been in a trading market that's been, pretty good for them up until this point because they've been able to learn the market. I don't know. Are these gray? These actually don't look too bad in gray. I'm pretty sure these are gray. These don't look too bad in gray with everything matching. These actually look pretty nice. That's a pretty clean wheel. Pretty clean indeed. Man, we're having some really issues here. I'm going to back out here. Let me try to get back into this. This is just really laggy for some reason. Let's get down to this. We'll have to do a restart. We'll see if we can trudge through this here. So yeah. So I just, again, hopeful. I'm glad they finally gave us some info. Hopefully it puts you at ease. I think they really came forward and basically said, we really care about the trading market. We knew it's a big part of this game, as well it should be. There's just thousands of items. And they want people to still be able to open these blueprints, open these items, so they've got to make it accessible for trading. It is a secondary market for them, but it still gets a ton of people to get the items out into the economy, and that just drives continued demand. And with demand, people open crates, people are going to open blueprints, people are going to buy stuff in the shop. So I'm also really happy to hear, and they finally confirmed, that's saffron, that items in the item shop are not going to be tradable. I think they had said that kind of initially, but I think it was still kind of a question some people were out there unsure of. And I'm happy that they came forward and said, listen, they're not going to be tradable. And that's, I think, put a lot of people in the trading community at ease as well, just from the sole fact of don't really have to worry about it. You don't have to worry about them putting certified, that I doubt they'll do certified, but putting white Zombas into it. Yes, less people, that might drive some of the demand down, but it's still going to be a rare item, and the tradable ones are still going to have a good value. So I think that's really, really important here as we look forward into the trading community. So I will definitely be covering the trading community. I will definitely be keeping an eye on, ooh, are these white or are these gray? Either way, these actually look really clean, and I'm assuming this is gray. These look really clean and gray too. Like really clean. Like you could make some nice designs out of those. Nice. That's some good pickups here. I think we might have went over. This whole lagging thing might have screwed me up. I think I did 10 extra. That's okay. I was bumbling, and it's still a pretty quick video. That is the one nice thing about this changeover with this new system that we've had for quite a while now, is that the crate openings go pretty quick. We're going to halt it there. I think I did 50. We unfortunately did not keep our black market streak alive, which is a little upsetting, but we had a really nice run of it, so I am not mad. These were white, and these were gray. These look really good in white. And these look really good in gray, actually. I'm very surprised about that. So what do we pick up here? Besides those two wheels I just mentioned, nothing super great. We get the Saffron Ninja Star, which isn't bad. Two Burnt Sienna Cloud Hoppers, which honestly really did look... I was going to say they were orange. They were kind of bright for Burnt Sienna. We got a Purple Sweeper Octane Abstruse, which was actually pretty solid there. Cobalt Fennec Edgeburst. A lot of people still hunting after this decal, which is cool. So we picked up another set of black Cloud Hoppers. Just a couple of certified painted. We got pink and crimson across the board there, and that's it. That's what we got. So nothing crazy. No exotics this time around. Obviously no black markets. So not the most fiery of openings, but some decent wheels. Again, I'm actually really surprised that these look really nice and white. These look really good in gray, and I'm not a fan of these wheels at all. But they're pretty clean, with everything kind of matching. The inner spokes of the rim, the outer edges, even the tread. All of it looked pretty good. So not the greatest, but not bad either. We will take them. We're going to do some trade ups. We're going to continue this. We might jump into PCCs next. We shall see. I definitely want to continue open some of those and continue our little bit of our luck streak. Hopefully we'll come back as we crack some of those bad boys open. We're sitting on a hundo keys left, and yeah, we'll probably pick some more up as we try to move a little bit of items. And again, we're going to do the big social experiment as we get closer to December. And the big blueprint trade over. So I am really curious. I do appreciate all the comments on the past video. Let me know what else you're thinking about, what else maybe questions you have out there that I can maybe help answer from the data that we know and what Psionics has told us, or what other speculations or things that you are concerned about or thinking about as it relates to the blueprint trade over, the market, and just things like that. Like I said, I will be keeping a close eye on the market and obviously the news that comes out. So definitely stay tuned to the channel. Again, links in the description down below. Twitter, Twitch, Discord, and then like, comment, subscribe. We do appreciate it. Just appreciate the continued support to the channel, and especially as we kind of finish out this series and move to the great beyond that is the blueprint. So I've been Dr. Average Gamer, guys. As always, thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.